Chaitanya, the strange coincidence. The strange coincidence, Chaitanya.
Ravi was sitting in the Heathrow airport. Clutched in his hands was the Zahir. He had just finished reading it and he had another 2 hours to kill because he was waiting for his connecting flight to Hyderabad. So he was scanning the launch looking for somebody to talk to. In front of him was a man of similar age, the same age I guess, and he was staring intently with Ravi. So Ravi walks up to that man, shakes his hand and makes his acquaintance. And he finds out more things about that man. And some of the things he finds out is, that man is Raj. He's about the same age as Ravi. Interestingly, Raj is flying from Hyderabad to Houston, whereas Ravi is going from Houston to Hyderabad. So, both of them acknowledge that strange coincidence. And Raj says this, Ravi, I've been traveling quite a bit, and I know this, that it's not usual for people who travel to diametrical points in the world to meet at the same time at the same place in a place like Heathrow. So Heathrow is such a large airport, you don't end up meeting these sort of things. So it's by strange coincidence that we meet. And both of us have 2 hours to kill, so why don't we talk about some strange incidents in our life, just to kill the time, just to pass the time. So he asks Ravi to start off with one of the strange incidents that happened to me. Ravi thinks about it a bit and then he says, well, okay, my life was pretty plain, but in my childhood, something happened which changed the way I looked at life. I have an younger brother, and my younger brother was preparing for his exams. And in those days, we had a neighbor, and the neighbor's son, Gopal, used to come to our house to play in the evening. That day, while my brother was busy preparing for his exams, I literally dragged him out. I asked him, hey, you've got to play with us. We're going to play chore police, and Gopal here is going to be the police, we're going to be the chores, so let's start running. Now Gopal was a little older than me, he was faster than me, and Gopal gave me the chase of my life. I really wanted to get away from Gopal. So I was rushing, and while I was rushing, I nudged my brother. And then I looked back, and then I heard a big sound. I looked back, I saw that my brother was lying there in a pool of blood. When I nudged him, my brother ran into the iron gate in the garden, and he fell down. There was blood streaming from his forehead. I picked him up, I rushed to the hospital, 10 stitches, and he couldn't write the exam the next day. That taught me something. I should have taken care of my brother. I should have helped him out. I should have protected him. Instead, I forsake my duty and I ran ahead of him just for the sake of a game, and I cost my brother an exam. That made me more caring. But you know what? There is this cycle of destiny which we cannot avoid. 10 years later, there was this most important interview in a business school which I had to attend. And at the same time, I was also taking Dandiya classes. So, this was the day of the interview, and there was this Dandiya step which I was practicing the whole night. So, I wanted to get the Dandiya step right, because I wanted to get it off my mind before I attended the interview. So, here, Raj is stunned. So, before this interview that you had to attend, you wanted to get this Dandiya step right. Am I hearing it right from you? Ravi says, yeah, I just wanted to get it right. So I was practicing in my bathroom. So I go like this, one step. I go like this, second step. And then I twirl. Oh! And there I go and fall on the tap. I twirled, I fell on the tap, and I blasted my forehead. Blood came out. I couldn't attend the interview. Raj is stunned. So tell me, Ravi, both of you brothers have a cut on your forehead, due to which both of you are to miss the exams the next day. Ravi said, yes, that's the strangest coincidence in my life. Raj like, okay. There was a stunned silence for a moment, and then Ravi says, Raj, you go next. Raj says, well, my life was even plainer than yours. I was always a top student, never any surprise in my life. I just got through all the stages of my life with a smile on my face and a twinkle in my eye. So I was doing really great. So, but then, something happened to me which happens to every guy who is young. I happened to fall in love. So, I went to a college to recruit a person, to recruit people for my company I was working in. I was working in India at that point of time. So I went there, I saw this girl, I fell in love. She was the cutest, the most beautiful, the most petite thing that I've ever seen in my life. And I really wanted to talk to her. Did you talk to her? Did you seal the deal? Said Ravi. Raj like, never got the chance. Stuck in placements, never got the chance. Then what happened? Did you meet him? Then Raj was saying this. It took me about 2 years. They were recruiting people for my team. And then I suddenly found that girl whom I saw in the college, she joined my team. And Ravi said, this time, my brother, you must have closed the deal, you must have asked her out, and you must have made her yours. Raj said, that didn't happen. Because, I had an interview which I had to attend. I got an admission from a top business school, Haas Business School, University of Texas, Austin, and I got the offer, I went. So you mean, you got an MBA seat and you left this girl? Raj said, I don't believe in long-term relationships. Long-term relationships, they don't work. And since I was going away, I couldn't propose to her. So what happened to this girl? Fellow said, I found out that she fell in love with somebody else, and she got married. And that's it. Silence. There was silence everywhere. And then Raj broke it. Brother, Ravi, I need to confess. You didn't nudge your brother in the childhood. Gopal pushed your brother while he was trying to catch him. Ravi was stunned. How do you know this? Only Gopal must know this. It's because I'm Raj Gopal. I'm the one who was your neighbor in childhood, and I left after about a year. I stayed with you next to you for about a year, and then I left. I recognized you immediately once I saw you, and that's the reason why I was staring at you. Then Ravi said, Raj, I have a question. Did you, by any chance, work for a company called World Vision? Raj said, yes, I did. I did work for World Vision. Did you work for a project called Market Plus? I said, I did. Was the girl with whom you were in love with called Renu? Like, bang on. Yes, Renu. The girl the guy with whom she fell in love with, and the guy with whom she got married to is me. and then Raj stays like, That day, Haas Business School told me that they were considering one more candidate. And they gave me the offer, and that candidate didn't turn up. Which MBA university did you apply to? I applied to Haas Business School. And you didn't attend the interview because? I didn't attend the interview because I fell on my tap. So, there was a hush of silence, and then they didn't talk to each other, then both of them shook their hands, and then they walked away. What do you call this? Can you call this fate? Can you call this destiny? What do you call this coincidence? Whatever it is, it was zahir. It was visible. This is abstract. Whatever it is, it's abstract. But it takes two different people and connects their lives in the most unexpected fashion. Each was influencing the other in the most unexpected fashion. Raj must have thought to himself, what if I didn't take the offer? And Ravi must have thought to himself, what if I didn't fall on the tap? Whatever it was zahir. It was a coincidence, and it changed their lives forever. Thank you.